Hey, what's up guys? James from Junkyard Fox. Thank you so much for joining me. So today, as of filming right now, we are about a week away from Father's Day, and I put a lot of thought into making a video for great gifts ideas for your dad or your husband, your brother, for yourself in case you wanted to treat yourself. These are of course going to be, leaning towards, the outdoorsy dad, the bushcraft dad, that kind of stuff. So I don't know your father, your husband, so on. So if that's not their thing, then maybe this is not the video for you. But once again, if they are into camping and everyday carrying, that kind of stuff, then you're going to want to check this video out. Also, all this gear that I'm about to show, it's all $50 or less. So you're not breaking the bank. You're going to get stuff that's quality. And none of this stuff right here is stuff I've never tested myself. This is not an infomercial channel. All this gear, you're going to know that we either have reviews on it or we've been using for years. So it's proven itself and it's great stuff. So in the meantime, while I do that, I'm just the kind of guy that likes to show my gear in action. So all this gear is going to work in conjunction, and we're going to be making some delicious elk burgers out here. So thank you for joining me. Stick around. Let's get to it. Okay, so I put a lot of thought into these gear items right here, and I narrowed it down to 7 items. Once again, all these 7 items are beneath $50, and they've also been used by me. This is the first item, and I cannot wait to get this thing going so these flies can go away because they're unbearable. But this right here is my UCO Flatpack Grill. And I apologize, this thing is just beat to hell. Like I said, these are things we use personally. I've been using this thing pretty hard for almost 3 years at this point. And we do have a review on it as well. So we reviewed this, we made some jalapeno poppers on it, some steaks. And I've used this camping in all manner of seasons. I even used this in my house. Last summer, I think I used this like every other day. I would just grill in my porch. I'd have some buddies over, have some beers, and we'd cook up some kebabs, some chicken, all kinds of stuff. And it works great. Now, once again, this isn't the prettiest looking grill right now because we've used it hard, but it looks a lot prettier when you look at them like on Amazon or something. So open this up. I like how flat this goes, so you can place this in a backpack in your vehicle. It's not too cumbersome. Now let's pull it out. So this is the grill, UCO Flatpack. Let's open this up. There we go. Now once again guys, mine is just beat to hell. It's ugly, but it's still going strong. Once you get this, it's gonna look nice and chrome, really pretty. But this is how you set it up. Simple as that. You place your charcoal, your wood, whatever you want on here, your fuel source, and you let this cook up. And here is your grill. You place this on either side, and you get to cooking. It also comes with these small tongs, so in case you want to lift the grill without burning yourself, you can do that. All kinds of stuff. I use it a lot for different stuff as well. Sometimes like they can be improvised to move like sausages or whatever, or moving your fuel source in here, moving your embers and all that. But I really like this grill. Like I said, I've been using it. As you can tell, it's seen a lot of wear and it's still going pretty strong. And I mean, grilling is fun. You can use this while camping, traveling, whatever the case may be, or just in your yard, having a good time. And now let's get this fire going so these flies can go away. So we had to move away from the fire for a little bit because with this heat and the flames, we just, oh man, we're cooking out here. So you just saw it in action. This is the Exotac Titanlight lighter. Now, I know a lot of people, smart Alex, are gonna say, why would you wanna get your dad a lighter when you could just buy, one for $1 at the gas station? But keep in mind, this thing is refillable. You just refill it down here and it's just really rugged, really handsome. Like I said before, we've tested this out. We have a review on it. We've had it for a long time, and I really like it. What I also like is, honestly, it's just a very handsome lighter. So it's always going to be a conversation piece. Your dad's hanging out with his buddies. He's going to pull this out. And yeah, really cool stuff. I think a lot of people really think that you only need a lighter if you're a smoker, and that couldn't be further from the truth. You should always have some form of fire ignition on your person or on your gear, because you never know what's going to happen. This year is a year that keeps throwing curveballs at us. So, you know, if you do happen to find yourself in a really strong hurricane season or tornado season, that kind of stuff, you're always going to have some form of flame to boil your water, signal for help, that kind of stuff. So once again, the Exotac Titanlight, really awesome little lighter, and it looks really cool. God, it's hot. It's definitely summertime now. So, time to relax and cool off a bit. Cheers. All right, guys, so the next item that I wanted to talk about, item number 3, is the Victorinox one-handed trekker. Now, I have many multi-tools, but this is the one I keep going to. I've been carrying this for almost 8 years, long before there was a Junkyard Fox channel, and to this day I keep going back to it. I mean, I like that one-handed knife deployment. There's been times I've been 30 feet up in the air, you know, on a ladder, and I needed to cut something, so while I'm holding on with one hand to the ladder, I'm able to cut something. This one is half serrated. There is also a, you know, non-serrated version if you like. I think this is fine. I mean, the multi-tool is not used for like gutting fish or nothing. It's really just used for, you know, cutting boxes, zip ties, that kind of stuff. So it doesn't bother me none. But it's liner lock. You have a saw for bushcraft tasks like making notches or just yard work. You already saw the bottle opener in action. There's a flathead screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, an awl. I mean, this thing is just really good stuff. It carries everything you need, none of the unnecessary stuff, at least for me. Here is also a can opener and a small flathead screwdriver, and then just a necessity, a requirement out here in the desert, some tweezers to pull out some damn thorns off of you, and a toothpick. Like I said, all this stuff that you're getting for about a little bit less than 50 bucks. I think that right now they're being sold for about $46, but it's Swiss made. I mean, this is a Swiss Army knife, so that has a rich legacy, which that's always extra points for me, you know, when something's been proven through time. The review that we made is everything's the same, except it's not a one-handed version. It's just a classic spear point design. But check out that video. You see all this stuff in action, and like I said, really like it. It's to this day my favorite multi-tool, and it's less than $50. Another Hall of Famer here in the Junkyard Fox channel is the Kansbol knife. Now, it is extremely rare to get something so well balanced where it makes everybody happy as much as this knife does. I mean, this knife is just perfect for all kinds of things. Now, this is a newer orange one you're going to be seeing pretty soon, but you've seen me many times use my green one. We've reviewed it before. We made fish and chips. We gutted some trout while camping, so we have a review on that one as well. And you've seen this in many of our videos, particularly our more woodcraft skills, primitive skills type videos. I've made a bow drill fire with this. I've carved a set with this. I've also used it for making a figure for deadfall trap, hollowing out a cactus container to turn into, you know, to boil water in, all kinds of those things. This one's just perfect. I mean, the fact that you're getting a Scandinavian grind, great for carving, woodworking, carving spoons, that kind of stuff. Then it thins out to this flat grind right here. Makes it great for gutting fish, processing game, chopping up food like you saw earlier. A killer 90-degree spine for striking a ferro rod. And it's just really comfortable. Also, the fact that it's rubber and plastic handle as stainless steel blade, although it's not the prettiest of, they're not the prettiest of materials, they are very durable. So whether you're taking it fishing, whether it's going to be raining, that kind of stuff, it isn't as delicate as other blades, and that's what I really like. I mean, for $40, you're getting a knife that is just so versatile in all kinds of ways, and I really love it. I've mentioned it many times, but this Mora is actually my favorite blade of all time. No joke, I've said that many times. And once again, $40, made in Sweden, quality stuff. Okay, so moving to item number 5, and this one's a little weird because we haven't, though technically reviewed it. You've seen me using it for over 2 years, and I'm talking about the Timex Weekender watch. And I think this would be a great gift for your dad. What I like about this watch is it's not that expensive. It's about 40 bucks. And I mean, I think it's handsome without being too pretty. And I think it's outdoorsy without being too bulky, where it doesn't look ridiculous while you're out on a date night. But at the same time, it looks pretty classy for while you're camping, hiking, but at the same time, it just looks elegant. Once again, elegant in this simplicity sense. And I really like it. So you've seen me using this thing for 2 years. So you've seen me, while camping, while hunting, and all kinds of stuff. I always carry it. I really like it. I like the bands. I mean, I like the earth tones. Very handsome. So once again, I think this would be a great gift for your dad. And there's something about watches, to be honest. I think, now if you can really counteract that with saying, what do you need? What does somebody need a watch when you have a cell phone that gives you the time? But there's just something about, there's an elegance to watches, and especially as a man, men don't really use jewelry and all that stuff. They're not as glamorous as women, but a watch is just something that's just very handsome, and it just kind of gives off this vibe. It gives off this air of like responsibility, of dependability from that man, in my opinion. So I think whether it's necessary or not, I think it's just something that's just really cool. So once again, Timex Weekender. The moment of truth, our elk burgers are ready, so time to munch out. And I apologize for all these damn flies. They're just so annoying, but that's just the reality of being outdoors. But check this out. Beautiful. So, time to eat. That's really good. Great stuff. Great stuff. And now sunset is here, so it's nice and cooling off. The flies are starting to finally go away. So that brings us to our second to last item that I wanted to talk about. And it's located right here. This baby. The Wowtac A6 Flashlight. Now, for people that don't know, they're not really into the everyday carry or prepping or anything like that, you're going to wonder why you want to carry a flashlight every day on you. But keep in mind, guys, that flashlights, like a lighter, is something you always want to keep on you because you never know whether, you got to work on your car in the middle of the night, a tire popped or something while driving, or, something goes bump in the night and you hear, an intruder, whatever the case may be. It never hurts to have a flashlight on you, whether camping or just at home. I carry one every single day. Now, also, guys, I've noticed this a lot with dads, the old timers, they grew up in a generation of mag lights and, these big bulky flashlights with the heavy batteries, one mode. And I see a lot of these old timers to this day are still using those lights. Now, some things, they don't make like they're used to. Some of the classics cannot be replaced. Flashlights are not one of them. Technology has been very kind to flashlights, and you're getting something like this that is far smaller, far more durable with a lot more different modes. So, you know, definitely they can use an upgrade when it comes to flashlights. Now, this one we just reviewed 2 weeks ago. It's only $30, guys. Keep in mind, just the USB charging capabilities is going to save you in the long run when it comes to using batteries. It's also less wasteful. Also, guys, I mean, this thing you can dunk in water if you drop it on a stream or something. As long as it's not too deep, like not past 6 feet, it's going to be fine. So realistically, you drop it in, you know, a small stream, a puddle, it's fine. You can drop it, and it's still going to keep on ticking. Look at that. And different modes. Even a very small mode, flashlight mode. So, I mean, compare once again a flashlight from 1989 to this. This is definitely an upgrade, and it's small enough that you can carry with you at all times. So, definitely recommend this light. Once again, $30. And last but not least, the last item is this leather sheath holster that you would just place on your belt. It's by Diodrio, that's the name of the company, sold on Amazon for $15.99. Now, you haven't seen me using this because this is not mine. This is Cuervo's, but he's been using this for a year, and you can tell the wear. But I mean, this thing is just handy to have. It's not too bulky. He carries his classic Victorinox Trekker and a lighter. Check that out. So you already have your cutting tool, slash multi-tool, and a form of ignition. Now, there are some flashlights that are going to be able to fit in here. Unfortunately, the ones that we're carrying right now are too bulky for that, but you could get something like a Streamlight, for example, and it'll go in there as well in case you don't want to have a lighter. But really good stuff, very affordable. Once again, $15.99. Now, I'm well aware that there are some companies that handcraft this stuff, some leather makers, but we are looking at a little bit more pricier for that. So once again, this one is sticking to that budget friendly $50 or less. So yeah, really cool stuff. Cuervo insisted that he wanted to talk about this because he really loves it, and you know, I take his word for it because him and I are always out on adventures. So item number 7. Okay, everyone, so that's about the conclusion of this video, guys. I hope these items were useful. They're all stuff that I stand behind personally. You've seen this stuff reviewed before in this channel. Some of this stuff has been carried by me years before there was even a Junkyard Fox channel. Really gets great stuff that I stand behind. All this stuff is not only quality and good looking, at least in my opinion, but at the same time, guys, it's something that I think your dad's gonna really enjoy and use for years to come. And all of this stuff is beneath $50. So you're not going to be breaking the bank trying to get something that he's really going to appreciate, at least in my opinion. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give us a like and comment down below. If you are a father, what would you like? You know, kind of outdoorsy type of gears. Or if you are planning to get something for your husband, your brother, your dad, so on, what are you planning to get them? So that way we can all get a discussion going. This can be very useful for this week or years from now. So thank you for watching, guys. The links to all this stuff are down below for our Amazon store, and that throws a couple cents our way so we can keep getting out here and making cool videos. So we appreciate that support. And that's about it for us, guys. So we'll see you guys next week with another video. Now go outside and get your boots dirty. Oh, and I almost forgot. Happy Father's Day.